Okay, so it's time for week 3 and I'm playing Carl, and took a while for week 3 because week 2 was given a 2 weeks time window because of the regional, and then also week 3 was given a 2 times window because of the international, and I played week 2 early and week 3 late, so there was a big time discrepancy. Anyway, Carl has a very interesting team centered around Arcaludon. He wanted to draft Politoed, but unfortunately both the Rainsetter were sniped for him. Still, he managed to make an interesting draft thanks to the double Mega Ingredients supply, giving him double Rain Dance option. Also, Espathra learns Rain Dance. Anyway, it's potentially scary because Greninja is of course very threatening to both Froslass because of Dark Pulse, as well as Garchomp because of Ice Wind. Plus, it learns so many moves that in draft it can be very hard to prepare against. Anyway, I've prepared something that I'm mostly confident will be good into this. To start, I've prepared the Froslass, of course. This Froslass is able to outspeed the Typhlosion max speed, and it leaves the Dark Pulse from a modest max special attack Greninja, like 6.3 of dying. And with the moves, I put the rest in special attack to maximize damage. Specifically, for example, I put Frost Breath because supply could run screens and as well as rain dance, so I wanted a move that I could use reliably in rain as well, ice wise, and the option were Breath and Ice Beam. Frost Breath, even though it can miss, seems superior because the option they have the option of Calm Mind Espathra as well as Light Screen with Supply, so Frost Breath automatically crits, and it's great because of that. Blizzard is of course impossible to drop in my opinion because the spread damage is potentially extremely good, especially with the Ice type here against Arcaludon, Sinistcha and Krokodile. And then I was a bit unsure between Shadow Ball and Icy Wind. Shadow Ball would be able to hit Typhlosion, and that was about it, but it's likely that they bring Scarf Typhlosion if they bring it, and it's rare that I'll be able to Shadow Ball a Scarf Typhlosion unless like they put Trick Room and I still have Froslass, I still have Typhlosion, so I went for Icy Wind, which is more niche, but it's very helpful in a more likely scenario where they have an Arcaludon faster than my Samurott, and I want to Icy Wind to protect my Samurott basically. And the other scenario is that my Samurott was already at -1 speed because of their Icy Wind on Greninja, and they want to be able to bring their Sinistcha at -1 as well, or their Arcaludon -1. Next pick is Garchomp, which I've made Scarf. This way I can immediately threaten Scarf Typhlosion, as well as outspeed their Greninja and immediately threaten it. With this bulk, it's able to leave a max special attack Dragon Pulse from Arcaludon, like 6.3 of dying, and the rest is in attack for damage, especially for some damage combos with Gardevoir, which particularly benefits from Bulldoze because of telepathy, and that's the main goal. Next pick is SAMUROTT, which is potentially amazing in this matchup. I've made it 128 speed, which is enough to outspeed an Arcaludon with 127. I don't think he'll run faster than that. 127 is enough, for example, to speed my fastest Pokemon, Froslass, at -1 speed after an Ice Wind from Greninja. So I think that's basically his potential benchmark. Also, the speed is enough to outspeed the Greninja that's running 190 to outspeed Froslass if the Greninja is at -1. And its bulk allows it to leave a max special attack Draco Meteor from Arcaludon. And with this match attack, it's able, of course, to KO Typhlosion thanks to the black glasses, and it's able to hit KO Sinistcha. Also, the Night Slash plus Flamethrower from Scovillan will always KO it, regardless of its Occa Berry, Colbur, or Citrus, basically, from what I've seen. Then, basically the idea with SAMUROTT is that it can be great offensively here, especially with the Dark Stab and Sacred Sword against Arcaludon. And it runs Sword Dance to boost its damage, potentially as a lead, with the support of Scovillan or Infernape. Next is in fact Infernape, which I've made 1 point faster than Froslass, so it can immediately oppose Sinistcha with Overeat unless it's very like max special defense. And even though with this investment Aura Sphere does more damage on average than Close Combat, I'm still running Close Combat to respect Snorlax, which does like Close Combat does a bit like 10% more than Aura Sphere there. And in the other scenarios, Close Combat does like 10% less than Aura Sphere. But the main reason is because I don't want to, for example, click Overeat on Sinistcha and then halve my damage output. This way I can still do solid damage against everyone, even after clicking Overeat. Especially like even Close Combat is enough to KO Greninja. And I'm not too worried about stamina in this case because of course I have SAMUROTT with Sacred Sword, but most importantly I'm likely bringing Infernape just in case Scovillain doesn't work because he's a stalwart Caludon. If he's stamina, I'm likely bringing Scovillain anyway because of redirection. Also, its bulk on the bulk on Infernape is it to allow it to live 4 hits from Water Shuriken. Like if it's max special attack, it has only 20% of KOing with 4 hits. We'll need 5 hits to guarantee. Then I have Gardevoir, which is extremely good because he has basically no fairy resist outside Typhlosion, which is weak to Groudon. And with Fairy Feather it hits incredibly hard, and with Bulldoze from Garchomp it outspeeds everyone, including Greninja. The speed is to allow, in fact, to outspeed a potentially max speed Greninja. I expect it to run 190 at max, but just to be safe I decided to guarantee outspeeding their max speed Greninja. For that I would need 143 speed. I'm running 2 points faster than that. This way I can also guarantee outspeed an Adamant max speed Krokodile. In case he's running Adamant Scarf Krokodile, I would outspeed them at -1 speed, which feels good. And the bulk is enough to leave a Flash Cannon from max special attack Arcaludon. With this much special attack investment, instead I can Tweet KO guarantee a bulky Arcaludon. Plus I have some nice damage combinations. For example, Dazzling Gleam plus Bulldoze will KO Greninja, and a Moonblast plus Bulldoze will KO Greninja even through light screen, or in case there is no light screen, if they have changed their type, like if they're gone for Mega and Protect, then Bulldoze plus Moonblast will still KO. So it's very solid. Also Moonblast plus Bulldoze will KO Sableye behind the light screen because their Sableye can't have a Rosalie Berry, and they must run the Sablenite, which is very useful here for me. And lastly, I'm running Citrus Berry Scovillain, mainly because it's a really powerful lead with SAMUROTT. My main plan I'm expecting for game 1 is to lead Garchomp, Gardevoir, very offensive immediately, and especially to scout whether their Caludon is Stamina or Stalwart. And that would allow me, in case it's Stamina, to lead the game 2 with Scovillain plus SAMUROTT, which gives me Rage Powder plus War Dance and then the Sweep potential. Or Infernape plus SAMUROTT in case it's Stalwart, especially like a Stalwart Scarf, and that will give me Fake Out War Dance and then Vacuum Wave plus Sucker Punch, for example. Anyway, the Scovillain set has Leaf Storm, which is enough to 1-hit KO Greninja, and Flamethrower is enough to 2-hit KO Sinistcha. Plus, it always KOs when combined with an Ice Slash from SAMUROTT. The bulk basically is enough to be 3-hit KO from any special attack, like from Arcaludon or Greninja. And it also easily tanks Eruption from Typhlosion. And I put the rest in defense because in case they run Gang Shot on Greninja, which I do not expect, but if they fear Gardevoir and Scovillain a lot, they might. Well, this bulk will give me a good chance of leaving a Gang Shot if they're not Poison type. So if they've gone for some other moves then before Gang Shot, then I'd be able to most likely survive one, unless they're like max attack, and then it's a roll. But it felt good because I think even if they go for change type to Poison, Gang Shot and KO, then I'm in a decent position because like they've changed the type, they're not Dark Water anymore, so Garchomp Scarf immediately threatens a 1-hit KO. This is the team. hopefully it goes how I've planned. Also forgot to mention helping hand on Scovillain. That's there mainly because if my Scovillain is low HP, I can still guarantee some value with helping hand. Especially it can be useful also to go around their screens with SAMUROTT as well as Intimidate. Like Sucker Punch would KO Typhlosion, but if they intimidate me with Krokodile, it does not. But I still KO thanks to helping hand in that case. And general can be useful, like if they can threaten a KO on Scovillain, then I can helping hand Night Slash to KO the Sinistra, for example. And that's the team. Hopefully everything goes as planned, so let's see how it goes. Okay, that's mostly the 6 I was expecting, only slightly surprised by Snorlax. Like I would have thought maybe something else like Espathra was more likely, but that's still completely fine. So game 1 I'm going to go Garchomp Gardevoir as mentioned, mainly because I want to scout the Archaludon set, and I'm definitely bringing SAMUROTT back. I could even just not bring Froslass at all, because that's likely the thick fat Snorlax, and I could just bring Infernape and no Mega. I kinda want to do this, yeah, like I kinda want to respect the Snorlax potentially, because normally SAMUROTT to Scovillain is a better lead into Snorlax, but given I'm not leading it this game, I think I'll just do this for now and not bring my Mega. Yeah, I think that's reasonable. Like, I don't think Froslass does too much here, because the Snorlax is likely thick fat. Infernape is equally good against Archaludon at least. And at least it's not weak to Typhlosion. It's better into Greninja. Okay, Typhlosion Greninja, perfect. So I'm expecting like an Icy Wind set with... okay, so he scouts of course the Choice Scarf, that's fine. And so he's probably gonna be very protective of Typhlosion. And for now I'm gonna go for Bulldoze and Dazzling, which is enough to KO Greninja. If I remember correctly, like if they're going, like if they're Scarf Typhlosion, they will outspeed my Gardevoir at -1. That said, I do leave a Shadow Ball with my Bull, so that's fine. Okay, withdraw Typhlosion, that's completely fine. Brings in Snorlax, and that's also fine. He went for Mega, okay. Let's see if he protects or not. Could be Ice Punches Snorlax maybe. Okay, didn't go for Protect, perfect. So I KO Greninja turn 1, that's amazing. Okay, that's also decent damage on Snorlax overall. Very happy with the lead so far. He's definitely not leading it game 2. That should allow me to go for the, what's it called, SAMUROTT plan. So also no Archaludon, unfortunately. I do not get to scout that set. Anyway, I'm gonna go for Moonblast on Snorlax. I want to chip it down as much as possible in case he's going for a belly drum. And if he wants to reach Powder, I am preparing with Fake Out next turn. And okay, no Reach Powder, so I get to do chip damage, and next turn I can go for Fake Out. It's Course, okay. Okay, if it's Course, it's probably easier to stall. And I have a Sacred Sword endgame. So for now I can go for Fake Out, and I can go for Moonblast. on Sinistcha probably. So Snorlax is not leftovers and it's not citrus either, so it's, I'm assuming, probably Choppleberry at this point. Let's see if he has Fake Out. I'm sorry, Protect. I could have gone for double, but I also expecting to just go for Life Dew with Sinistcha potentially. So I'm basically just trying to chip down Sinistcha, possibly bring it in SAMUROTT range. Yeah, Life Dew. It's funny that I could have gone for close combat, but that's fine. I'm curious, like, there's Snorlax damage on my Gardevoir. Like, the damage on Sinistcha is objectively great. It also wasn't, sorry, Citrus Berry. And Trait to Concentrate, so I'm not speaking too much. But I think I'm just gonna go for double on Sinistcha. I doubt his Prot, it's probably like a Rage Powder, Trick Room, Life Dew, and Macho Gotcha. And if I can deal with Sinistcha, then the... what's it called? The SAMUROTT is great in the end game. So my Gardevoir would leave +1 Body Slam, but if he's Double Edge, I'm not leaving a +1. He went also for Life Dew, okay. Okay, this position is not great. I'm thinking I can probably... I'm worried this Snorlax might have Ice Punch. Which would be annoying. At the same time, I have to bring in Garchomp, right? And hope it's not Ice Punch. I'm thinking I'll have to go with Earthquake and also... okay, yeah, this stuff I'm probably losing game 1. Also that's in bleed. Just really want to take down the Sinistcha. Maybe Moonblast was better. Yeah, locking myself into Earthquake is not also, it's not a great move actually now that I think about it, because Sinistcha resists it and I will need my own SAMUROTT, so it's actually a bad move. I should have either protected Gardevoir or likely just gone for Dragon Claw here or stop with Tantrum. I didn't think it too well. Okay, it's Wild Charge. Okay, I lived, which is nice. And it's gone for Macho Gotcha. Yeah, I'm not killing it. Okay, that's extremely bad. Right? I am assuming like Earthquake does not KO here. So it's Course, Igor's Power, Wild Charge. It's a very weird set. Hopefully Earthquake can KO. Please. Oh, it didn't. Okay. Okay, like that's totally on me. I'm assuming he's also just gonna switch out Sinistcha or Life Dew, probably Life Dew, and Wild Charge the SAMUROTT. And I'm gonna go for, like, he does risk Sucker Punch, right? He could also just simply be expecting Protect. The thing is, I do not have Protect, which is of course bad in this position. So I'm just gonna go for Sucker Punch and Earthquake and Pray. Like if he goes for Life Dew. Okay. Oh, he's Ice Punch. Oh, okay, so it's Course, Igor's Power, Wild Charge, Ice Punch. What did Sinistcha do? Because if I had gone for Sucker Punch... okay, it's Life Dew. Okay. Okay, so I'm losing game 1. It's Snorlax, Ice Punch, Wild Charge. Okay, that's an annoying set for sure. Thing is, it does not have Protect, Honestly, here though, you can just go for Rage Powder and Wild Charge probably. And win with Typhlosion plus Snorlax. Like, I kinda have to hope he goes for Matcha Gotcha rather than Rage Powder and Miss. While I KO the Snorlax. I don't even know if it KOs at +1 defense. Okay, that's a great set on his side. Rage Powder again, that's a safe play. Cold Berry, Snorlax is Ice Punch, Wild Charge, Course, which Hygro's Power, and Sinistra is Cold. Let's see how much it does. Yeah, it kills. Okay. Okay, this Snorlax was extremely annoying. Okay, I'm gonna definitely lead with the SAMUROTT plan. Question is, do I lead with Infernape or do I go with the... or do I go with Scoville? So I kinda have to go SAMUROTT lead, I think, because if I do that again, Snorlax Sinistra as a late game bring in is definitely tough to face. What I'm thinking about is, like, I definitely need the SAMUROTT, right? The question is, do I go Infernape and get Fake Out Sword Dance and the pressure over it on the Sinistra? Or do I go with Scoville lead? I'm assuming it's not Stalwart, right? It's not an amazing position, honestly. Yeah, it's tough. I probably want even both Scoville and Infinite given the Snorlax set. So I'm thinking I can do Scoville and then Infinite, maybe. And I bring Garchomp as my last pick. I'm not sure, it's very annoying. I can bring Froslass, but it's not great here with their set. Oh, I hate this. Very nice prep from Carl with the Snorlax set. That's extremely annoying. Like, I prepped against a course Snorlax, just not with all this coverage. So it didn't go, like, it went better during my testing. Snorlax Typhlosion, okay. I'm just gonna go with, assuming like it's Chopper, right? At this point, I'm gonna go for Sword Dance. And I'm gonna try and do some cheap damage. On Typhlosion, expecting potentially a switch in for Sinistra. Please do not Wild Charge turn 1 here and go for course, please, go for course. This Flamethrower could also break a Session Typhlosion if it's not Scarf. Okay, switched the Snorlax, great. And brings in Arcaludon. And it's Will-O-Wisp. Oh, okay, that's so annoying. I should have Rage Powder, I guess. I mean, of course I was not expecting this set. Okay, that's extremely annoying. Okay, Arcaludon. Sacred Sword, +2, though I'm burned. Oh, extremely good prep from Carl. Okay, so like my Sacred Sword is not gonna kill, but I can go for a Night Selection, Rage Powder, hoping that he's not Stalwart at this point. If he's Scarf Stalwart, I'm in a terrible position at this point. Honestly, I might even just go for Sacred Sword, Ridge Powder. I'm not as worried about the Typhlosion. Could also be switching, right? Yeah. Let's see if it's Stalwart, if it's faster. What's the set here? Okay, I'm faster, great. Damage is solid. And it's stamina. Okay, great, great. Citrus Berry, okay. Dragon Pulse, okay. I can go for another Ridge Powder at this point. Or I can actually surprise him with Sacred Sword and Helping Hand. He could be switching for the... or what's it called? The Sinistcha though. Or even Typhlosion, so I'm just gonna go for Ridge Powder again. I'm in a terrible spot. Okay. So, Sacred Sword plus 4 Burned would, with Helping Hand would KO as Snorlax. Max bulk if it's not Choppleberry, but he's obviously Choppleberry at this point. He stays in, okay. So he either didn't bring Sinistcha, but given how it went in the previous match, I'm sure he brought it, or he didn't bring the Greninja, and I think it's more likely he didn't bring the Sinistcha. Okay. Now, sorry, a Greninja I meant. Now I can go for Sacred Sword and Ridge Powder. Good from the fact, I mean, it's great the fact that the Scovillain lived at 1 HP. Okay, it's tough though. The Will-O-Wisp on Typhlosion is a great tech, and I don't even know if it's Sash Typhlosion or Sporo Scarf. Okay, brought Sinistcha here, great, that I targeted Arcaludon. I'm respecting them being Choco, but it might be that they are not at this point, I'm not sure. Maybe there's a potential item I'm missing. Okay, the Arcaludon lived, fine. What's my damage on Sinistcha? If it's Cold Death. Okay, like that's able to tank my hit, and that's of course annoying. If I do go for Earthquake and Night Slash, I would definitely KO both Sinistcha and Arcaludon. I might do that. It's a bit crazy though, because he can just suck Typhlosion, so it's probably not a great play. So I'm thinking I'm just gonna go... he doesn't have Dragon Pulse, so either way I'm leaving the double hit. Like I'm leaving an attack from Arcaludon. So I'm just gonna go for Night Slash and Overeat. Just in case Overeat does not kill their Sinistcha. Also covers for a switch out on Typhlosion, and I can just double up later. At that point, hopefully I can still win with Infinite and Garchomp. Okay, withdraw Sinistcha, I kinda expected that. Typhlosion, that's fine. Maybe protect Arcaludon, please. Yes, perfect. Okay. At this point, he's definitely coming back in with the Sinistcha, right? and potentially switching up again for Snorlax. Still, my SAMUROTT should be able to leave the double up because of what's it called? Because I've made it to leave Dragon Meteor. Dragon Pulse is lower base power, so I'm assuming I will always leave a Dragon Pulse at this range. Night Slash should do about 65%, and Overhit at -2 should do about 50%, so I'm also expecting the double up to KO Sinistra. Okay. I've also not revealed Helping Hand on the Squilling, which is very nice, especially because next game I can just avoid letting me click Will-O-Wisp. Okay, so now I get to reveal the Snorlax item, like I can just close combat Archaludon, Sacred Sword Snorlax and see if it's Chople Berry, but I bet it is at this point, given Archaludon isn't. Just want to make sure. I'm revealing that if I click Sacred Sword, I'm revealing that I'm profitless, but I do need the damage on Snorlax. I mean, Night Slash will do more if it's Chople, but I also kinda want to scatter it. And no, actually, I already used Sacred Sword, so I already revealed that I'm profitless anyway. Oh, Archaludon lived that? Crazy. Okay. It was a +2 defense, right? Though? Okay, yeah, I'm not very invested, that makes sense. Yeah, Choco Berry. But at this point, Infinite Garchomp should be able to win. Oh wait, if he doubles Infinite, do I lose? Like, I fear my... depends if my SAMUROTT... Oh, yeah. Like, if my SAMUROTT leaves the Will-O-Wisp, I'm guaranteed to win. I think I messed up here. I should have doubled the Snorlax because it's Protectless. But yeah, I do leave the burn, so that's also fine. And I can Sacred Sword the Snorlax again and the Stomping Punch from Archaludon at this point. But yeah, I did a slight mess up. Actually, it's better to Dragon Claw at this point. Like, there's no way I'm not doing 6% to Archaludon, right? I'm checking cards to be safe, but if it's +2 defense, like, yeah, I should do at least 6%. In case just somehow Snorlax miraculously leaves the Sacred Sword, at least Dragon Claw is higher BP, but yeah, no, that's actually a misplay. You should have just gone for Stomping Tantrum. Fine, Sacred Sword is always killing here. I'm panicking, I guess. That's a misplay on my side, but like, Dragon Claw always kills anyway. And SAMUROTT leaves another burn. Great. It does try the double protect, and Dragon Claw is enough. Okay, critical hit, but that should be useless. Okay, 1-1, and we go to game 3. Okay, so it's interesting we are both not bringing our Mega Pokemon. I think I might drop Typhlosion this time around, though, in favor of Greninja. Potentially leading it with Archaludon. Maybe try and mess things up with Ice Wing. I'm thinking, like, I can lead Infinite and SAMUROTT if I want. Go benefit from pick out. We might also just bring Sublime. I do not know the Sublime set. It's tough, because if he does Green Ninja Typhlosion lead, going Infinite is bad because he's probably Sash Will-O-Wisp at this point. So I probably do want Scorpion lead. If he does go for something like Sinistra Snorlax, I just double it up. Same thing if he does Sinistra Carodon. For the fourth, at this point I'm not even sure it's Garchomp. Could just be Froslass maybe. Maybe I bring Froslass this time around. Like it's able to do enough damage to those. I mean, it's not doing enough to Snorlax to be honest, but Igor's Power, Wild Charge, and the Ice Move don't hit well. And Froslass could be helping me if he's doing some different strategies. Also helps me more against the Sinistra. Like, yeah, he's doing Typhlosion at Caladon this time around. Having Froslass this time around will help me, because I can do Icy Wind and Night Slash. So I will go for Sword Dance and Rich Powder. I will avoid the Will-O-Wisp this way. He's probably just gonna attack with Eruption and Dragon Pulse to be honest, but I'm not gonna bother about that. Honestly, Froslass with Infinite in the endgame looks nice here. Froslass with my set should be able to do decently against the Arcalum, and if it's Sash on the what's it called, Arcalum, I can Typhlosion, I can always outspeed an Ice Wind. Unfortunately I do not have Shadow Ball, but Ice Wind plus the Dark Move is also fine. Like right here, I can just probably Sacred Sword and so I think I'm just gonna go for Sucker Punch. The question is, does he go for attack and doubles up basically on SAMUROTT, or does he switch, or like does he protect the Arcaldon? I think I'm just gonna go for Sacred Sword and Rich Powder. Okay, I got it wrong. Okay, that's also shoot an Eruption to respect maybe Sucker Punch. Okay, it's not. Is it Scarf or is it Sash? I don't know. If it's Scarf and it's not Sash, I'm basically throwing the game. I should have gone for Sucker Punch. I thought he would go for it. At this point, I'm thinking it might be Scarf. I'm just gonna go for Sucker Punch, and I'm gonna go for Freak Out here. If he does Will-O-Wisp and it's Sash, I'm gonna be very sad. But he always switched out, he never protected, so it's probably Scarf, right? At this point. Even he also went for Eruption and not Heatwave or Shadow Ball, unless he's very going into hard reads. But yeah, I'm not playing very well, honestly, here. I guess I should have gone for Sucker Punch always, and Rich Powder. Okay, stay in. Tell me your Scarf, please. This time it's... Okay, it was Scarf. Thing is, I'm worried about green giant game here right now. So I did mess it up. It's Scarf Will-O-Wisp, okay. I was surprised by the Will-O-Wisp, and I thought for a second it was Sash after game 2. But given how I always switched out, it makes sense it's probably Sash. That's on me. Did well in not revealing it, actually. Still, if he does have I should have checked the overhit damage game 2 on Sinistra. I didn't actually check if it would KO or not. Oh, okay, it's Sublime. I'm just gonna go for Sacred Sword again. And if he wants to anchor my Infinite, so be it. I kinda need to respect the Fake Out on SAMUROTT, so I'm just gonna do some damage around. Supply is one I did not expect here, so there is probably no Snorlax, and he's bringing Sinistra Sublime. Actually, this Sublime could be very annoying because it can Mega Evolve still. Does he have Fake Out? Is the question. I don't think it can. Oh, double protect. Oh no, he did not protect previous turn. He did go for. I did go for just to Fake Out. So yeah, it's not double protect. That's on me. And full play. Okay. So I'm probably losing this one. I wanted to switch for a second, but yeah, I did not play this particularly optimally. I'm trying to think, but I probably want to go for Close Combat and Frost Breath, all on Arcadon. These should be good versus Light Screen, as well as what's it called, Rain Dance, and as well as Sinistra switching. He could have disabled, to be honest, on Sublime as well. Like, there are too many considerations to be made. My Infinite is lower, and it was Citrus Arcadon. Hopefully it's not too bulky, like my Close Combat is it before Citrus Range and Frost Breath KOs. No, it's like not great to aim at that, but I don't think I have better odds right now. Disable, yeah, okay, that's enough. I could have gone for Button Wave, to be honest, and play around Disable. Okay, that's too much damage. I'm gonna Vacuum Wave right now, because he might go for Anchor on my Infinite, trying to play around the potential overhit on my side. But I'm definitely in a terrible position, because if he instead goes for, I'm basically aiming on him going for Anchor, because if he does go for Instant Protect and full play on Froslass, he just lost. Thing is, if I do go for Blizzard and overhit on Sublime, I would kill. Okay. So he read me completely on this game. Rain Dance. Okay, so it's disable full play, Rain Dance, and Sublime avoided the hit. Okay, so I'm basically in a losing situation here. And I kinda need to Frost Breath again. The thing is, I'm just gonna lose anyway to Blade if he does go for full play right now. at this point is probably also Anchor, so I'm just gonna go for Vacuum Wave and Frost Breath. But yeah, it's a terrible spot, yeah. And with the Pulse Last they brought Garchomp anyway, so well played from Carl here. Yeah. Well, I mean, not that it matters anymore anyway, unless... I should have Sucker Punched the tournament for Sucker Sword and the thing. I just feared it was Sash for a second, and that would basically just leave KO Scovillain with Heatwave and Dragon Pulse me. I mean, if I know it's Scarf, I'm always winning with that, but yeah. That's on me. GG from Carl, very nice sets on his side. Did not expect these Scarf release. I'm just clicking moves for the sake of clicking them, just because it's counts for the differential, so ideally not for fate. But I mean, I know I lost just because we are asked not to forfeit.